Whenever I turned 18, you know, it was time for me to become a man. That was whenever I was introduced to something that would get me outside my body, and that was, you know, doing certain things, benzo, smoking pot, and that. And, I mixed them together. So once I got that feeling, it was over. And then that kind of carried on for a couple of years, and then I was introduced into opiates. So once I got the opiates, that was the exact feeling that I was looking for. Well, I'm gonna have to have that because I don't like feeling this way when I don't have it. I'm a little bit older, so I was kind of part of a few epidemics. Growing up into my adulthood, I was part of the Oxycontin epidemic. I was part of you know, the pill mill epidemic. I was part of the whole thing. It wasn't until 2019, whenever I went to jail, I went on my first state violation. When I pulled about 60 days. Once I got over the sickness in jail, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna go back to that. Little did I know that I could uninvite the substances out of my body, but I was still congested here, and that mind was still going, no matter what. Two of my cousins were, they're brothers. They were in two separate states, died within 30 minutes of each other from the same drug overdose. So me, being the I am me, well, I'm, you know, they may not have been able to handle it, well, I can. That was my liable moment. So once I had that liable moment, I introduced heroin in my life. Heroin, and it's all cut off pieces. You know, so I said, well, I can handle it. Well, I had gotten my family back. I had been away from my family for a certain amount of time in between 2016 and 2020, and me and my wife got back together, and I got a kid. We got back together with a family. We were doing relationship stuff, taking care of kids. She had enough. I couldn't quit. The I, me, mine was out the window. Job, lost everything around me. I was in a motel room. While I was in that motel room, that's where we were staying, because I was making $25 an hour, working 80 and 100 hours a week. But for what? I couldn't afford to get this place to live, because my habit was more important than anything else in the world, leaving my kids and I. So she left, took the kids, and there I was in a motel room. There's belongings scattered around the walls, you know. That's what finally got me to the point to where I don't have the answers. Something's got to give. And I come to treatment. When I come to treatment, first week there, I was like, oh, 28 days is going to be plenty for me. I got this figured out. I learned a whole lot of things while I was in treatment. And the one thing that I learned most is about me. So there were all these classes that they made us do all the time, right? And it was the same ones over and over and over. I was like, man, you gotta be kidding me again today? Why? I know why today. Because it was to try and train our brains to do something different than we've always done. The big books of Alcoholics Anonymous is what I work. The 12 steps have certainly opened my eyes to a new life for me. And it's a life that I've never lived before. So this new thing, this new suit that I'm trying on, it kind of fits. And so these 12 steps that I'm working, it tells me that I have to apply all these steps in all of my affairs. And I had a sponsor going through them 12 steps. If it wasn't for my sponsor and his experience alone, I would have never thought it was possible. Because he's living proof that, you know, it can be done. Give big props to this community. I come 140 miles from home to come here to go to treatment. I didn't know anything like this existed. There's something here all the time. On this journey that I'm going right now, I'm going to be the best possible me that I can every day. And as long as I get to breathe another breath of air tomorrow, I want to try to be a better human tomorrow also.